Hey, what's up, YouTube? Vince Rush Art here, and it is Jack Kirby's, or would be Jack Kirby's birthday. He would be 105 years old today. He was born in 1917, which is insane. But yeah, just want to do a happy birthday Jack Kirby video. Without Jack, we wouldn't have any of these characters, as well as just so many others in the Marvel Universe, and DC as well. But yeah, I just thought maybe flip through a couple of these books that I have, just for some Jack Kirby appreciation. Got one here that's his pencils with Mike Royer's inks, and just a Jack Kirby kind of overview of his Marvel career and his life. And yeah, just take a look at this one first, I think. It's so good. Do highly recommend this. It's a nice hardcover. It's instead of, oh my gosh, it's landscape format rather than why am I spacing that? It's landscape format. I'll just say that. But yeah, so it's hardcover. It's nice. Anyway. Just goes through his career. So he's born in 1917, so that means he was there from the beginning, from the inception of American comic books. And so he, creator of Captain America, following the creation of Superman, of course. And yeah, just super prolific artist. Known as the King of Comics for his just powerful artwork. His he was part of the crew that was kind of creating the language of comics, of visual storytelling in this particular format. And yeah, just an amazing talent, very fast artist too. That's, I think, another reason why he's called the King of Comics, is he was known to just produce at such an insane rate that I don't think any modern comic artist can even come close to the amount of pages he produced. Not only just, his entire career, but daily. It's been said that at certain points in his career he was doing 5, possibly 10 pages a day, and that's just insane. I know when I was younger I thought, well, yeah, of course he could do that much, because look how simple the drawing is and blah blah blah. And then you start actually trying to draw comics and you realize how much work it actually is to draw this many figures on a page, and compose them in an interesting way, and tell a story visually, in a clear and concise way. And man, these guys back then were just masters at the craft. And I guess you can say some of the art back in the, this stuff's from the 60s, but that earlier stuff like Captain America, I guess you could say it's crude, but for the time, I don't know, and how fast they were turning this out, it's a lot of work still. Yeah, especially when you get into some of his, there's a particular issue of Fantastic Four that has a certain panel that always comes to mind, where he drew so many figures, tiny little figures on that page. And I'm sure that took him just a day to do. That's it. It'd take me forever to do something like that, and it's just insane. And he wasn't chincing on detail in the figures. The tiny figures, you could see little costumes, and I'll see if I can find that image after flipping through this a little bit. But yeah, Kirby is a master. Creative genius, I would say. He created so many things like, his imagination was wild. Just all these characters, and you know, he didn't create all of them. Like Submariner, he didn't create him, but Kirby is kind of what his power in his layouts and how he drew action and made everything look exciting and had things flying at you at the camera, and it just made things exciting. And other artists like John Buscema, who are insane illustrators, just great draftsmen, had to take a note from Kirby. Even though Kirby's not like the finest illustrator, he had something in his pages. He had great storytelling, he had great action, he made everything look exciting, and those other artists took note and added some of the Kirby flair to their work, and yeah, it's just powerful. Like this image here, Dr. Doom, that figure is just boom, it's so good. Just so creative. This stuff here too, dubbed Kirby Crackle, this effect, this energy effect, he kind of came up with that. It's kind of a Kirby signature. Did these collages, just interesting. But yeah, just such a talent. And he would be 105 today if he were alive. It's too bad he didn't get to see any of the good Marvel movies that have come out in the past, I don't know, 10 years. See his stuff come to the big screen in a big way. But yeah, this is where it all started, just on his drawing board, pencil and paper, creating all this awesomeness through the years, and man, it's just inspiring. Look at that. It's just, everything's big, everything's powerful, everything's exciting. It's so good. And yeah, I'll bring out the other book here. Oh, there's Jack there. Look at that. In the 90s. I think he passed away in 94, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I should probably look at that. But yeah, sorry if I got that wrong. I know it was in the 90s. I'm fairly sure it was 94 when he passed away. But yeah, such a prolific artist. Let's bring out that pencils and inks here. This was kind of later, I believe 70s stuff that he was doing at DC. And a cool thing is too, is Mike Royer, who I believe was Kirby's favorite inker, over his pencils. He lives in my town, Medford, Oregon, so that's pretty cool. I've got to meet him quite a few times, and he's a real nice guy, has lots of cool stories, but yeah. Oh, there's Jack again at his drawing table. Awesome. Inspiring. So this book is just, yeah, it's some of his DC work, The Demon, Commandy, and OMAC, and it's just, I think the first issue of each of those, it shows Jack Kirby's pencils and Mike Royer's inks over those. And it's just so good to see. He penciled really detailed. Everything's there. It's, and he was, at this point, or around the same era, he was drawing like 4 books a month. Incredible. And he, not only drawing them, he was writing and drawing them at the same time. 4 books a month. That is just incredible. I don't know anybody currently who is doing that. That is insane. And the thing is, like, his writing, while it is a bit wonky and, like, of the time, it's still good. He knows how to tell a story. The dialogue is a little dated and stuff, you know, but he was creating stuff that was super fun to read, super fun to look at, and just bringing new stuff constantly. So yeah, some of his demon stuff. And then we got, let's see. Let's go to some commandy. Oh, that's a cool page. Let's go to some commandy stuff. Look at that. I don't know if Jack wanted this to be bigger, or if editorial maybe said something to, you know, make that. I don't know. It works both ways. This is a little more interesting to look at, but and scale-wise, it makes more sense. It's way in the foreground, but just so good, so good. I like how he gets. I just love his rock textures and everything. The way he does water. Water's hard to do, and this technique is really awesome. It is also deceivingly simple looking. It's not easy to pull off. Let's see. Oh, there's a double page spread. Unfortunately, the double page spreads don't have the pencil version. In this book, at least. I think you can find it online, but man, his double page spreads were just always masterful. So good. Yeah, this is his commandy stuff. I don't know if this must have came out after Planet of the Apes. I'm pretty sure, because Planet of the Apes, I'm pretty sure was like late 60s. I could be wrong on that too. Bad with dates apparently, but it's kind of reminiscent of that, you know, even with this, you know, the shot of the Statue of Liberty and talking animals. Let's see. Then we get to his other book. Oh, look at that. Doing maps. Not easy. Really cool. Then we get to OMAC, which is cool. It is always odd to see this is like kind of off-putting, but I think it's supposed to be a little bit. You can see they changed that. Let's see. Yeah, just look at that. It's like so off-putting. But this is kind of ahead of its time too, with like AI and all this stuff. It's bizarre. He was very in tune with the future and current things happening in science and theories and whatnot. But yeah, OMAC's pretty cool. He always has cool designs, very straightforward and simple enough to be noticeable right off the bat, you know, not overly complicated. Yeah, it's cool. Brother Eye. But yeah, so that's this book. I think these are some pages that didn't make the cut. Yeah, just unused pages. Oh, they got some covers back here too. He's a great cover artist, of course. This is a cool image. I like that treatment of the logo by Mike Royer. So good. Oh, there's Jack Kirby and his wife Roz. Oh, when was that? I don't think it says the date of the picture, but yeah, very inspiring person. Let's see, I think I can find that panel I was talking about in Fantastic Four here. If you don't have these essential books, they're really affordable, and you get a ton of comics. This one has Fantastic Four 41 to 63, and annual 3 and 4. Really good, really cheap. It's not in color, which I kind of like, but yeah, let's see. There's a particular shot. There's a ton of them in here, but there's one that always stands out. Okay, even this. Like, you think of this art as being simplistic, but really when you look at it, there is so much drawing, so many figures, and when you really look, let's see if I can focus it, those figures aren't just like stick figures. He's putting faces on them, he's putting some costuming on them. It's insane, but let me see if I can find that real quick here. Even this, okay. Look at all those figures. Look at all these tiny, tiny figures that have... Look, he's not chinsing out on that. That's insane. So him drawing like 5 pages a day at that level of detail is just, I don't know, it's just insane to me. Who does that? Who's capable of that? You never sleep? Man, I wish I could remember which issue. I know it's close. It might be 59. What issue is this? 58? Yeah, I think it's 59. Let's see. I don't know why this one... Yeah, this one always stands out to me. Look at... This is insane. Look at all those figures. All of that. Not to, like, mention, like, the tech that he's putting in. The perspective he's putting in. And I'm sure he's, like, kind of eyeballing the perspective, but it doesn't matter. Like, the storytelling is great. It's insane. Insanity. I would go crazy drawing this many figures. At the pace that he was going. But it looks great. But yeah, that's the panel I was thinking of. It's page 17 of issue 59 of Fantastic Four. Yeah, 59, that's the cover. But yeah, Jack Kirby, what a legend. Jack the King Kirby. Happy birthday to you. May you be resting in peace. And yeah, we thank you for kind of laying the foundation of the comic book industry as a whole, and laying the foundation for all the comic book creators out there. And yeah. Anyways, guys, that was some of Jack Kirby's stuff. Happy birthday to Jack up in heaven. And yeah, God bless. Take care. See you in the next one. Peace.